Hello. Till now, we have completed the double sideband with the full carrier and the double sideband with the suppressed carrier. In the coming lectures, we will be covering the remaining two types of amplitude modulation, that is the single sideband and vestigial sideband modulation. So up till now, what we have done is we with the double sideband modulation, we are transmitting only one signal, and the questions come that in our mind is whether the bandwidth of 2W or where W is the bandwidth of the message signal is actually required or not. So what we have done is we have the two sidebands available in the full carrier as well as in the double sideband suppressed carrier, and the same information is transmitted in the upper sideband as well as the lower sideband. Means we have the two sidebands containing the same information. So we decided that we should have some method so that one of the sidebands may be transmitted, the information will be sent to the receiver side. So that can be done using the two bandwidth conservation methods. That is the single sideband modulation, that is known as SSP modulation, and the vestigial sideband modulation known as VSB modulation. So we'll study the single band modulation. So what we have is we have the generation of the single sideband is straightforward. First, what we do as the normal procedure, we will generate the double sideband, and then we'll suppose this is the message signal, this is the Fourier transform of the message signal, and this is the response of the filter that we require. So we first generate the double sideband, then apply ideal passband filter to the result with the cutoff frequency FC plus W or FC minus W. Means either we will pass the upper sideband or the lower sideband. So, but the problem here is that construction of such an ideal filter is very difficult since the upper sideband and lower sideband are very close to each other. So, eradicating or removing one of the sideband will become a tedious task. So today we'll study the SSB generation method. First of all, the first method is the filter method. So this is the block diagram that is showing us how we can generate the single sideband and modulation method. So first of all, we have crystal oscillator that is used to produce the carrier frequency, that is let it be FC equals to 100 kilohertz. Then it is given to the buffer, and meanwhile we have an audio frequency input, that is the message signal that is given to the audio amplifier, and both are given to the balance modulator. Previously, we have also studied that the balance modulator produces the output which is balanced. Means we don't have the individual one of the inputs available at the output. It will be a combination of the crystal oscillator output at the carrier as well as the message signal. So the carrier frequency is given to a balance modulator. So suppose the audio frequency or the message signal of the audio signal that contains the frequency range from 300 to 2800 hertz. So this is basically the range of the voice signal that we normally speak. The carrier is also suppressed in this state but allows only to pass the two sidebands. So we have what we have is either we have the balanced output, and so we have the here double sideband. So here one of the sideband gets suppressed and the other sideband is passed through it. Then it is given to the balance modulator, and then we have the another crystal oscillator that is synthesizing the high frequency. Suppose a band pass filter that we used that will pass either the upper sideband or the lower sideband through it. Suppose we have to pass the upper sideband, then LSB will be suppressed. So the carrier that we generated is 100 kilohertz. The audio frequency range is 300 to 2800 hertz that we normally speak. So the upper sideband frequency range will be FC plus this FC plus 300 to FC plus higher range 2800. So that becomes 1 lakh 300 to 1 lakh 2800 hertz. So this is the band of frequency that will be passed through the USB filter. So after we have, but it is a tedious task to design this filter that will pass this frequency. So after that, we have a crystal oscillator that is giving us the 12 megahertz frequency. It is then given to the balance modulator, and we get the output here. Thank you very much.